Toxic people will pollute everything around them. Don't hesitate. Fumigate. A healthy relationship will never require you to sacrifice your friends, your dreams, or your dignity. Life is short. Don't waste it with negative people who don't appreciate you. Keep them in your heart. Keep them out of your life. The less you respond to negative people, the more powerful your life will become. Toxic people create chaos, point fingers, shift blame, and avoid taking responsibility. Some people are in such utter darkness that they will burn you just to see a light. Try not to take it personally. People who are not happy with themselves cannot possibly be happy with you. Your life is too valuable to waste on people who don't appreciate you. A toxic person only changes their victims, never themselves. It's crazy how toxic people can manipulate others into thinking you're a bad person. Don't waste yourself in rejection, nor bark against the bad, but chant the beauty of the good. Don't associate yourself with toxic people. It's better to be alone and love yourself than to be surrounded by people that make you hate yourself. Keep away from people who try to belittle your ambitions. People appear like angels until you hear them speak. You must not rush to judge people by the color of their cloaks, but by the content of their words. Drama is for fools. The wise stay calm. Don't waste your words on people who deserve your silence. Sometimes, the most powerful thing you can say is nothing at all. It's amazing how quickly things can turn around when you remove toxic people from your life. Pay no attention to toxic words. What people say is often a reflection of themselves, not you. No one can make you feel inferior without your consent. Because at some point you have to realize that some people can stay in your heart, but not in your life. May you reach that level within, where you no longer allow your past or people with toxic intentions to negatively affect or condition you. The only way to deal with a toxic person is to not play their games. Do not waste your time on things you can't change. Know when to walk away from toxic people, hopeless situations. Hanging around the small-minded eventually makes us small-minded. The plant only grows as big as the environment it's in. You lift your spirits by moving away from what upsets you. If the stove is hot, you can't ask how to touch it. Be happy about it. Toxic people attach themselves like cinder blocks tied to your ankles, and then invite you for a swim in their poisoned waters. The idea is quite simple. Stay a light year away from people who make you feel less about yourself. If you spend your time hoping someone will suffer the consequences for what they did to your heart, then you're allowing them to hurt you a second time in your mind. Handling toxic people is not an art. They will be the victim of their own toxicity. I have found the best way to deal with a toxic person to not respond in any other way than monotone voice and a businesslike manner. People who try to bring you down every day aren't important in your life, so you better treat their opinions as such. Whoever is trying to bring you down is already below you. Respond intelligently, even to unintelligent. Letting go doesn't mean that you don't care about someone anymore. It's just realizing that the only person you really have control over is yourself. Will inspire you or they drain you. Pick them wisely. Toxic people have no concept of boundary. You cannot expect to live a positive life if you hang with negative people. Stop letting people who do so little for you control so much of your mind, feelings, and emotion. Losing negative people to gain your inner peace is always a fair trade-off. Avoid people who complain about everything. Protect your peace. Get rid of toxicity. Cleanse your space. Cultivate love. Quality of your life. The quality of your relationship. We all get it wrong sometimes. The toxic people will make sure you know it. You are not a garbage dump. Other people's issues. Toxic people don't like when people see through them, so they'll do all they can to make everyone else look like a monster. Do you accept the expectations of others, especially negative ones, then you never will change the outcome. Stay away from negative people. They have a problem for every solution. Don't let toxic people infect you with the fear of giving and receiving one of the most powerful forces in this world, love. We don't get to choose our family, but we can choose our friends. With courage, we can weed out narcissistic. We can focus on those who do appreciate us, love us, treat us with respect. The wrong person will give you less than what you're worth. That doesn't mean that you have to accept it. Cutting toxic people out of your life doesn't mean you hate them. It simply means you respect yourself. Not everyone is meant to stay. Beware of those around you who subtly sow the seeds of doubt. The minute she rid herself from toxic people, she started glowing like a beautiful sunset in Barbados. Keeping bad company is like being in a germ-infested area. You never know what you'll catch. If you walked away from a toxic, negative, abusive, one-sided, dead-end, low-vibrational relationship or friendship, you won. You allow people to make more withdrawals than deposits in your life, you will be out of balance and in the negative. Know when to close the account. You will find that it is necessary to let things go, simply for the reason that they are heavy. So let them go. Let go of them. I tie no weights to my ankle.